Good morning guys, Chris from the Ultimate Recycler. I'm back at the shed where we held the garage sale last Saturday. This is episode 7 of the, I forget what I call this series, how to flip furniture and make a profit, house clean out. Oh no, not another one, something like that. We've been going really well. The garage sale was a great success. Thanks for all your comments. I was very happy with it. But as usual, there's still quite a bit left. So I'm back at the shed today. I haven't been back here since Saturday. Oh no, that's not true. I was here Sunday because I advertised that 70s retro bar on Facebook for $100, snagged a buyer straight away, so it was probably pretty cheap, but they were happy. I had lots of other people asking about it, so that one went. I also managed to get rid of the armchairs, the single chair, and something else. I'll put a photo up. Anyway, so we cleaned a lot of stuff. There was hardly anything left in the garage. I've moved everything out of the house, so by Monday the house was completely empty and the owners were able to get cleaners organised. They haven't been here yet, but the house is locked up, all finished. I don't need a key anymore. I just need to empty this shed, and it's looking a bit more jumbled because I've just been walking around this morning working out what to do with stuff. There's a bit of artwork, there's a bit of furniture that didn't go. I did try some of the furniture for free, didn't get any takers. Probably take better photos now that I've got a bit of space and try again. Otherwise, they'll go out to the local tip where they actually have a tip shop, and you can put furniture and stuff that's too good for the landfill, and hopefully someone claims it. So that's my last resort with that. At least it's an option for having it recycled. I would rather give it away here if I could, because then I don't have to load it up and take it out there. So we'll see how we go there. I've still got a little bit of food left to deal with. I've got a lot of stuff I'm going to box up and take to the charity shop. So there's a fair bit happening. I need to get this finished within a week or two, even though settlement on the property is not for about 3 weeks, so I don't want to cut it too fine. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I did just have a guy pull up in a car, a local bloke, and let me tell you what happened. He said, my dad's just passed away. I know that story. They've been on the farm for 60 years. Sound familiar? There's a farm just out of town that they're not selling, so that's a little different, but they want it cleaned up, and their dad was a little bit of a collector. You know that word starting with H. And there's a lot of electrical stuff, old vintage electrical stuff. I don't know how old. There's a lot of other stuff. He used to go to clearing sales and auctions and bring home stuff. There's 6 sheds full. The property or the house was built in 1859, so it's quite a historic place. And I'm not going to buy any more lots, but I said I better come and have a look. You know, if you're putting out bait, you've put the right bait out and you've kind of hooked me. So if that goes ahead, obviously I'm super silly, and yes, I think we all know I am, and I'll no doubt take you guys along. So I'll check that. The saving grace on this job is that it's not urgent and the property is not going to be sold, so there's some chance there. All right, long introduction. Let's have a look at what I've got to deal with here. I've just started cleaning up stuff in this corner. I'm boxing up some of the kitchen crockery and stuff to go to the charity shop. So there's not a lot of that left. There's these artificial flowers. Perhaps we might just take to our shop in a big tub and have free, and people can take them. I don't think the charity shop really want them. These 2 benches, by the way, stay with the property, so I don't have to deal with those. We do have some mirrors there, some bric-a-brac in the corner. The computer desk and the chair is one of the items I might try and give away again. If not, I'll take them to the tip shop. Same with that corner cabinet there. Those little ones as well. So there's a bit of stuff here, but all the linen is what was left out of the house, so that can be bagged up and go to the charity shop. That's my foldable trestle there. The bike I'll probably give away. The printer no one wanted. I think we can just take that to the transfer station as e-waste. I don't want to muck around with big printers like that. Same with that toaster oven. It's too dirty for me to clean up and try and sell. The dressing table over here no one wanted. I did have $5 on it, but I don't think whether it matters whether it's free or $5. Pretty hard to get rid of those things. Some stuff here that we're keeping. The walking frame, the toilet or the shower chair will go home for possible future use for family members, or maybe myself if I work myself too hard. And there's some boxes there under the artwork that were in the house. That was better stuff. I didn't want to put it out the garage sale. We'll sell that at the shop. And those chest of drawers were 30. No one took them. They're going to the shop. I'll be able to find a spot for those, and they'll be at least 50. So their price has gone up. The artwork I'm going to try and sell through the shop as well, and there's all the stuff on this wall here. But really not a great deal. There's stuff in this wheelbarrow that I didn't put out for the sale because I wanted that in my place, or there's some stuff that's like the axe handle sticking out there that I could get a better price for it at the shop. So I guess there's not a great deal. It looks more than probably what it is because it's all spread out. So I'll just probably start, I'm not sure, I'll take some photos of the stuff I'm going to try and give away. I might put a post on Facebook straight away, and then I can just leave that stuff in here and hopefully someone will pick it up to save me having to load it up. I'll bag up the linen and everything, perhaps do a photo of the bike as well. And a little bit of food stuff that was left, hardly anything actually. Those jars can go in the recycle bin. I'll probably use those little baskets at the shop. I think they can just, this stuff can go in the green waste bin. I'll just tear open the plastic. The sauces, sticky chili ginger, and sweet chili sauce, and sesame oil. I could tip that out in the garden. The stuff will break down, and then the jars can go in the recycle bin. Those plastic tubs I'll use in my shed. I've started packing some stuff up in here. Cleaning products, not sure. We might just have a box at the shop for free. I don't think the charity shop will want those. So, all right, I better get to work. As you can see, there's not a lot left. There's certainly very little value here left. This was always going to be the case. The end of the garage sale, you're left with one of two things. You're left with the stuff that was probably a bit expensive for people on the day, or there was just no one here that wanted it, and the bulk of the stuff is just no value. No one wants it. So guys, I'm back to this shed after a couple of very busy days in the shop over the weekend. The weather wasn't that great, but boy, the people were out. There was a lot of tourists and we had an excellent weekend. I did manage to sell this little chest of drawers. I marked them down to 10 because I just wanted them to go. So that's great, something else gone. Now also, since I last spoke to you, I did advertise those items I pointed out for free, and we managed to sell this TV corner unit, sort of a 70s or 80s era one. Not sell it, we gave it away. Guy came to pick it up straight away. Also, we had a bloke come and pick up this computer desk, and they've both gone to happy homes and I don't have to worry about moving them, which is awesome. The dressing table and the old cupboard I'll take back to the shop and put out the front of the shop for free because I want to get this shed emptied today. So let's have a bit of a look at what's left and what I'm going to do with it. So as you can see, this end of the shed now is completely finished. The dressing table I'll load up next. The bike I was going to give away for free, but it's got new tyres on it. In fact, one of them's still up, so it must have good tubes, or they're tubeless, I haven't looked. There's some good parts on it. The back gearing is, the chain's off it, and it's got a bit of a problem. There's a broken derailleur, I think. I may hang on to it for now. I've got quite a few mountain bikes to kind of fix up, so given that it's got two good tyres on it, I'd probably rather not give it away. Probably I could take the wheels off and just take the rest out to the transfer station for scrap metal. It might even be aluminium, so maybe, oh, I don't think it is. But yeah, it's probably worth salvaging a few bits off. The seat's actually not too bad either. So I may just rescue some bits and take the rest out for scrap metal. I did try and sell it for 10 at the garage sale. No one was interested. And as I said, I'd rather not give it away when it's got two pretty well new, I think they're 26-inch tyres. So that's what we'll do with that. The rest of the stuff in here, or the printer's going to e-waste, I'll keep the cord. That cupboard will go back to the shop for free. I got rid of all the other artworks. I did try a few of them at the shop at $10 each, so I upped the price from $5 over the weekend, but didn't sell any. A few people looked through them. The better artwork over there and the ones up here I will take back to the shop. Same with these boxes, they've got better stuff out of the house, and that chest of drawers I mentioned will be now $50 at the shop. So there's not much to go in here. Pack up a few more things. I've given some stuff to the charity shop. There's a few things I have to deal with that's probably only just raw materials like timber and whatnot. And the barrels, you have a use for them at home for putting scrap and stuff in. I'm surprised no one took them, although they do need a bit of a clean out. The mirrors can go to the shop. So I plan to have all this loaded up this morning. The job will then be completely finished, and I'll show you that shortly. Job's done, that didn't take long, and I'm going to resist the urge to say that it's 100% complete because I often do that, and Christine always pulls me up when I say, the job's all finished, except the job's 100% complete, but. So I'm going to say the job's 99.5% complete. The shed is empty. It's swept out. I actually swept it out before the garage sale. The paint stays, those shelves stay because they're bolted to the wall. I'll come back and get the bike and the bits of timber there, and I'll sweep up that last bit. And I do have to come back and get a little bit of scrap metal. But basically that's it. Other than that, the job is complete. So I've loaded stuff up in the van, the stuff at the back, other than that little tea trolley which is going to a family member, the stuff at the back I will put out the front of the shop for free, and hopefully someone picks it up during the week before we open again. And the stuff at the front of the van, a couple of things we're keeping, some going to my shed, and the rest of it I will put into the shop and price on Friday when we're there next. And I'll save my tables and my garage sale sign for another job like this. I actually enjoyed the garage sale, and it was a really good way to get rid of a lot of stuff. It was very handy, of course, to have such a great area to run it, with the main road only just over there where that car went past. So it was a really good spot to have a sale, and we did move well over 50% of it, probably closer to 80% of it. Oh, well, maybe not when you consider the free stuff I had to pack up, but I've given some to the charity shop. I've got a little bit of stock to price at the shop. We won't finish this series up yet. I'll probably do one more because we need to have a look at the notepad, work out our time we spent, see if it really was viable to sell furniture. But it's very satisfying to do this. And the shed is now ready for the new owner. I think settlement date's in about 3 weeks. So I'll pop back later today and pick up the other stuff here, and then we can say it's 100% complete. So I'll finish this one up here, and I probably will do one more episode just to finalise things, to have a look through the notepad, to see how much we made balanced with the time and effort I put into it. And there's also to account for some free things that my family got, various members of the family, and I also got a few things for home. And and so I think that weighs into it as well, but I won't even count that. We'll just look at the value of what we sold compared to the time you put in, see if these sort of deals are actually worthwhile. Remembering we've got 2 deals here because some of the older furniture was from a nearby farmhouse, another lady I'm selling stuff for, and they were all really keen to keep it out of the tip, which is great. In this whole series, I've only filled the red bin twice. Let me show you. And the red lidded bin here is full, but that's only the second filling I've done. It was emptied 2 weeks ago, and all that's gone into that is just sweepings from the shed, some old rags, a few things from the pantry that just weren't able to be given away and couldn't go in the recycle bin. So that is all that's gone to the landfill from this whole cleanup. Much better than the family getting a skip in and throwing half of it out. The green waste bin, I've tipped the contents of some of the packets out of the pantry. I did tip some of the contents of various jars of stuff into the garden, and that certainly will break down. The purple lidded bin here is used for glass containers and jars, so a few have gone into that, and the yellow lidded bin is for paper, cardboard and recyclable plastic. One of the good things about cleaning out a house when you've got a bit of time is that you can actually use their bins and process stuff as accurately as you can. So I still have this little bit of scrap metal to go to the transfer station, but other than that, there was no need to go out to the tip. The furniture we've managed to give all away except 2 pieces, which hopefully will go from in front of the shop, and there's nothing actually gone out as rubbish. So pretty successful cleanup. We'll look forward to the next episode. I haven't tallied it up myself to see if it was really worthwhile. So thanks again for watching, guys, and coming along on this journey. It was a fun exercise, even though I should have said no initially. I think it was worthwhile and I enjoyed doing it. Hope you've enjoyed the series. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.